I've got the MA3 here from Macavity Arms, and today we're going to do a 50 and 100 yard out-of-the-box test with this guy and see what kind of results you can expect if you were to pick up one of these MA3s. This thing has a lot of the features that airgunners want, even though it's budget priced, including an externally adjustable regulator, a nice M-lock rail underneath to mount your bipod. We have an included silencer that's actually sort of like segmented here. You can take it apart to clean it or run it with different segments. We have an externally adjustable trigger, and this thing is just good looking to boot. I think that they've definitely done a nice job here on the MA3, but none of that counts for anything unless this thing shoots. So let's get it started here at 50 yards. We're going to pick things up after I shot my initial sight-in group, and we're going to see how these JSBs look for us. Pretty good. Those did really pretty darn good. All right, so very consistent, but I think that's a little bit low in the velocity there. All right, 838, right where it should be. Here we go. Pretty dang good. I don't know if you can see the chronograph, but it's very consistent. 841 on that last one. I'll do one more 5-shot group here. Just finish your own eye out. .841, 843, 844, 844, 842, 842, and that was 6 shots, I think, right there. Yeah, this thing is just like super consistent right out of the box. That is awesome. All right, so here's how our 50-yard shooting turned out for us today. Looks like on our sighter group, we did our first 5 right there, followed them up with those 2, and then worked our way around here. I mean, the thing is very consistent across the board. I mean, sub-inch groups. I mean, these are more like half-inch 50-yard results here. Looks like it really does maybe seem to prefer those AEA pellets. I mean, groups like that, you kind of can't say anything's really too wrong with that. Over here, this is what we did with those slugs. Just initial testing there with the slugs. I can definitely tell that I want to get those going faster, but in order to do that, I'm going to need to not only tune that regulator, but also the hammer spring. So that'll be for a future video. This is just sort of right out of the box what you can do with the gun, and so far, guys, I'm really impressed. Groups like that, I mean, fresh out of the box, first fill, and this is what we're shooting. Pretty dang awesome. Let's go ahead and see what it can do at 100 yards next. All right, I'm going to just guess for this first shot. Looks like it might have hit just right next to where I thought it was going to, which is just underneath the line right there, or just like next to the bottom of the line. So let's try and put some just right on that center bowl here for a few. Yep, just right there. That's right where I thought. So this is based off of a 50-yard zero. Oh, that one went really weird for some reason. All right, I'll do one more, because this tin, I have to admit, of these AEA 21.9 grainers is the one that I dropped, and it's the only one that I have left. So chances are there's some bent skirts in here. So we'll do a couple of groups. Pretty dang good for 100 yarding right there. Pretty dang good. And all this shooting so far has been done on the one original fill. Just to let you guys know, this thing seems to be getting a lot of shots per fill, even with all the adjusting that I did there on the regulator back and forth and everything. Still on that same original fill. We've got the regulator now at like 11.5, 11.50, and we are at just over like 2100 PSI on the fill still. So a lot of shots on this guy, a lot of shooting. We'll make this one a 6-shot group. There it is. All right. One thing I will say is that you can hear that spring, and it's the same thing that I remember from the MA2. The hammer spring is kind of like doing, doing, doing every time you shoot. The trigger is actually really nice and crisp, and it's fully adjustable, and actually from the right out of the box, I mean, breaks pretty dang nice. And the side lever works smooth, nice side lever. The action works good. The mags work good. Comes with 3 mags. But the one thing is that sort of, you could, I mean, I'm sure you could tune that spring or do something, put the depinger or something in there that makes it so that it's not so doingy, but it's very, yeah, just now finally finished sort of the ring after the shot. All right, so how is that for some out-of-the-box 100-yard smacking? That group right there is looking pretty dang good. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that shot was my weirdo shot. That's why I ended up doing 6 total right there, but that is 5 shots in less than an inch right there at 100 yards, fresh out of the box. Pretty dang awesome. We did some other 100-yard smackers here. This one looks like we had a flyer go up and to the right, but the rest of them collected up pretty nice right there. And definitely considering that all of these results today were right out of the box, pretty dang impressive, especially when you consider the price of these Macavity arms. This MA3 is pretty much just like its predecessor, the MA2, very affordable. A good balance of value and quality. And I would think that really with future tuning, this thing could shoot even better. So guys, definitely be looking for a future slug shooting video with this MA3. I hope you had a whole lot of fun hanging out with me today, checking out just this out of the box results. If you did, check out one of the other couple of videos that I've got up on screen for y'all right now. And until next time, shoot straight, stay free. I love you guys.